So, I don't know if anybody can hear what's going on. Um, there was, there's something definitely going on with the music. I can't even listen to music now, unfortunately. And, yeah, it sucks as a dancer. It was always like, it's just me. It's just a party, if you're into music. And also, I was married to a musician. So there is weird stuff happening with the music and with the TV. Whenever I start watching it, they're getting through somehow. So I'm trying to steer away from like watching or listening to anything now. But there was a night where I put some music on and I was listening to a track, and every time I do, these people start talking about it. They ask me, "Oh, who's playing?" And people start rushing into the room, like this sort of stuff. Like they were using it during these battles that they were having here. Different tracks like that I was putting on. I didn't piece any like with anything I come forward with. It's usually later on that I've like pieced it together. So there was a night where I was listening to music, and they've been trying to tell me that whenever the songs come on, that they're zapping people here, or like people are appearing, or I don't know. But they're starting to tell me, they were telling me that was happening. So, not telling me, but so this is the thing that's so frustrating about this. There's no way to explain any of this craziness except for dialogues, like what is being said, because it's the only way to figure out actually what's going on, because then you can sort of decipher, well, that sentence could mean anything. So that's why I've been doing it this way, which is really weird, but totally unprofessional. It's not, oh my gosh, it's grabbed my throat. I would never have said unprofessional in this time, like right now. I'm doing these now to keep me busy as well. Like, I know no one's watching, but I'm kind of hoping that they get out further. If anyone is watching down here, what's going on. Sort of connecting to my higher family or whatever. We're just putting it out there. But yeah, so the night I was listening to music, they started saying and stuff like, "Oh, and such is here, this is happening." And then I'm hearing a commotion. So I come out here, and a car is driving by in the lane here, like a white SUV is going by. And there is major kerfuffle in the car. Like, this guy is trying to get out of the car, like, really bad. Like, the door is opening and slamming, and there's, like, voices, and there's someone, like, whacking him and stuff. And I came out and had a look, and there's a guy standing, putting him back in and shutting the door and like, getting back in the car. He's dressed in black and white and red. and driving a white SUV. All the cars around here are white, which is a tell that they're actually black. I'm assuming. I don't know. See, I'm starting to make too many speculations. I just don't know about the car thing, but there's a lot of white vans around, and so that day when that happened, I slammed this guy with a few energetic blasts because he shoved this guy back in the car and he wouldn't let him out. And so I kind of started slamming him. I mean, he had someone in the car, and they sort of drove off. Then might have been half an hour later, could have been a couple of hours later, I hear a shoot up around, I guess like that direction. And shotgun blasts, I think. And I can pick up a little bit of a dialogue. But it was hidden, so they've walked in, and he sort of said something to the effect of, are you the ones that, sort of, ... I didn't quite catch what that was. And someone's, obviously saying yes. And then he asked them to step aside. He asked someone to step aside. And the guy goes, no, I can't do that. And then I hear, a lot of blasts. I'm sorry, this is really quite hard one. The car drives off down the road, like heading that way, and there's a young girl sort of screeching out, everyone's going to think this is my fault. And he basically replies with, like, he slams her, it is, you stupid little bitch. And she's screaming, you just shot all those people. And he says, oh, it'll get covered up, it'll get cleaned up, it'll get cleaned up. I don't know if anyone can pick up anything that's going on in the background as well. So I'm pretty sure I know this person because I know that voice. And it's someone that came forward, like towards me just recently, and for the purposes of setting me up, actually. For the purposes of setting me up and also connecting an energy cord between me and my child. I'm pretty sure somebody helped him facilitate that. And I often heard people in his telepathy, talking to him about stuff like that. Someone was going to write a book. I'm assuming that's the girl that he was partnered with when he came towards me to set me up. And he had big plans to be an actor. And the hardest part about this, the hardest part about this is I am still a bit confused as to what's going on here, whether there's two different environments and there's one organic and one AI, because there's different versions of people, and that's what's confusing me, whether we're fractured and that's where the different versions are coming from. Copied. Anyway, either way, one of those people that was gunned down was my husband, actually, and I can't really say that because he's not. He's still here, but this is what happened that night. This is what happened that night, and he's still here. So immediately, a flash come over. And I felt his presence right here. And he's saying to somebody, he was very distraught. Someone said, your son's being attacked in the other realm. And he said, I don't know where I am and I don't know how to get to him. And somebody says to him, go into your heart, like I showed you, and think of the love you have for him, and that will take you there. Now, the second that happened, I seen a light shoot off and straight up there meet another light, as in like a star or something, and then they both zipped off. And as it zipped off, somebody over that way said, get him out of here immediately. So really hard, this one, because I'm still not, I guess, married to the idea that this is the realm stuff and all the, I still don't have that figured exactly, knowing what's happening, like why there are different versions that I'm seeing, but really bad stuff. And the reason that they were talking about my son being under fire was that day or the day before. I was laying here and just something popped in my mind. I don't know if it was them planting something, third eye, or because they prompt a lot. But I just, anyway, something popped in, and it was Jet. He was protecting me. He was defending me, defending his mum. All right, and it sent alarm bells off with them. Really. And somebody said, we want this guy. So that's that's. And when the white SUV came by as well, I forgot to mention that the person that was being trapped in there actually said they're coming after this kid. Things have gotten real now because they're coming after this kid. I heard these people beating the hell out of my husband over that way direction. Beating the hell out of him, trying to ask him how, like, where I learned to dance or just random shit, which, you know, sounds like ridiculous. And I'm thinking that that is probably part of the cover-up bit, because it just doesn't make any sense at this level, that a tiny little piece of information that is going to be useless, you know, is going to cause that kind of thing. But that is what happened. Yeah. At night, things change around here. It's, I'm getting really tired of the plugging in, because this cord's, like, all plugged into me and I cannot go. I'm screaming at the top of my head, fucking people to get away from me, you know. Pulling them out, using my sword. They wait till I go to sleep as well, and it's horrible. It's like greasy, creepy, freaky energy all hovered around you while you're laying in bed. Really twisted. And even before I'm asleep, I've heard people say, oh, I can't wait. And they're like, and then I feel something touch me down there, like an energetic cord, I'm assuming, I don't know. But then they fly out of the room, so, like, you know, rush out. So I'm not really sure. This place is so eerie. It doesn't feel like there's anyone in the houses, but it kind of does. I don't know, it's really weird. I can't sense soul energy, you know what I mean? Can't sense any other soul energies. But the second that I fall asleep, I haven't been able to leave my body now for, I'm thinking years. I'm thinking a couple of years. When you go to sleep, you drop your body, and yeah, it's just natural. It's what we do. And the second that my energetic self wants to, you know, float out, I'm shot or my head's smashed. They even had some other gross stuff they used to do. They make games out of it, you know. They say, oh, here comes such and such with a, you know, whatever, something stupid like a trumpet, and they'll kill me with that, or, you know. But it is happening. Like, I'm snapped back in. Do you know what I mean? So all night you're basically dropping and waking, dropping and waking. So I haven't been able to, you know, get out of my body, and I'm assuming that it's because they don't want me to represent myself. Because there's lots of talk. Like, when this girl gets out and shows up and people realize it's her, shit's gonna go off. So I think someone else is actually representing for me out there. And I also think whoever Nigel is connected to, this female, is the one that wants to write my book. And I have, obviously, a few books, like written down that just not compiled into anything. It's just like rubbish right now. But yeah, definitely that was the plan. But kind of being tortured to this is not where anyone can write anything. So I'm quickly grabbing my pen and writing things down just as I can, just to get the word out. But you know, a year ago or something, it was different, and I was starting to write and thinking, yeah, this could happen. I could get this out and speak about our story, our trafficking story. Now we're in a very different place now. I've had someone hovering over me as well. Kind of like wants to push me to say certain things. So there are a few videos that I you know, have like messed up because they'll be sort of breathing down my neck and trying to get me to say something. I guess that's what mind control is, but the thing is, most of the time people don't actually pick up on the fact that there is a voice back there prompting you. I just started to hear it because they don't expect you to. But personally, I think you need to have some sort of a consciousness, you know, attachment or something for that to happen. Hey, pretty girl. How's Jelly now? I wish I could do fish. See? So yeah, they're kind of waiting to get hold of my notes, I think, and tell my story once I'm gone. And it's pretty epic. Not good, but that's the worst part about all this is like two completely different ends of the spectrum. The horror, there's just words. There's no words. And the other end of the spectrum is the strength and resilience and love that you can find. You know. But this is different. This is pushed way past that. This is not any kind of process for healing, not any kind of process for growth. This is severely traumatic at like a soul level. And what's even worse, traumatic at a generational level now. Generational pain and torment and trauma. someone touching me right now. These families, or these people, I should say, didn't deserve anything that that was dealt to them. They really didn't. They didn't do shit to anybody. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, they didn't do anything to deserve this. They didn't do anything to deserve this. This has been a cleanup of people that they want out of the way. Point blank. That's what this is. They want them, yeah, a stronghold, basically, to have control. I'm wondering about beautiful. I'm wondering about, yeah, whenever I have to get something from the shops, someone will call out, you better ring the shops up. And weirdly enough, there's a truck always parked over there on the corner with engines running, like really loud though, like vibrational kind of, not normal, like. There are bikes that go in the neighborhood like that. And they cover noise, like when someone's going to be compromised, they'll like burn up. Like someone just said that, then make some noise and cover your tracks. They say all this sort of stuff. Clean up your mess. There was apparently realms created, many realms. They were talking hundreds. Now I'm thinking planets. I don't know. I really don't know for sure. They're talking planets now. But initially, yeah, realms. Apparently, the guy they're calling, you know, the boss, whatever, has opened all these realms. But the worst part about it is, I think they're actually putting real people in, as in real people with life force energy. Or creating them from them as well, like plugging people in somehow. Because back at Northfield, when I had that experience, somebody specifically said SARA can use it to power black holes. Now, actually, I gotta go back on that one. There was 2 sentences it could have been. They're gonna use it to power black holes. Could have been a possibility as well. But that's not such a far stretch because they've made it quite clear that SARA is what they've named this bot type thing that they've been sending out. These are good people. People I love. Good parents. Good friends, you know. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. People are people, you know. I'm just saying. But it doesn't even matter, you know.